Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Request to keep a lookout for a possible rape victim in a semi headed westbound from mile marker 33 I-94. Clockman from Ottertail County. She's texting them stating she was raped by the driver of the truck.
A man is behind bars tonight after police arrested him on I-94 just before noon today. That sound you heard came just before 11 this morning in our newsroom. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley was first on the scene, and she joins us now with more.
Just after 10:45 this morning, dispatch put out this call for any law enforcement officers in the area.
Request to keep a lookout for a possible rape victim in a semi headed westbound from mile marker 33 I-94. Clockman from Ottertail County. She's texting them stating she was raped by the driver of the truck. It's a semi with red and black and yellow lines. Trailers covered with red and yellow tire, truck number 2716.
Several of those officers started responding and positioning themselves throughout I-94 on the lookout for that red and black semi.
The ping on the phone that's supposed to be in that semi comes back near the Barnesville exit.
Yeah, it just went by me here westbound, and there's an Ottertail deputy behind it, so catch up and we'll stop at your let you know.
The pursuit for that semi ended a little after 11 this morning on the Downer exit, with officials from both Clay and Ottertail counties, as well as Minnesota State Patrol, responding. Authorities then arrested the semi driver and say he's currently booked in the Clay County Jail. Now at the scene this afternoon, officials told me the victim was doing okay, but we have yet to hear any status update on her. But it's still also unknown who the man responsible is for this, as well as if this was a kidnapping or a hostage situation. As Clay County officials say, they're remaining tight-lipped for the integrity of this investigation. But make sure to stay with Valley News Live as we continue to keep you updated on this developing story. Melanie?
Bailey, thank you. Tonight on Valley News Live at 9 on the Fargo CW and Valley News Live 10 at 10, we dig into how exactly the victim was able to get a hold of police. Moorhead police are asking for your help finding a missing girl. 14-year-old Hajar Kazem is 4 foot 11 inches tall, about 110 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. She was last seen wearing a red t-shirt and gray pants on Wednesday the 14th. Police believe she is currently in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Anyone who has information on her whereabouts is urged to call the Red River Regional Dispatch at 701-451-7660. A neighbor is being thanked for stopping a garage fire in Moorhead before it spread too far. Fire crews responded to the 1800 block of 10th Avenue North just a little over an hour ago on a report of a structure fire. An official on the scene tells us by the time they got there, the fire was mostly put out by a neighbor. They also say no one was injured in the fire, and we do not know the cause at this time. We're rolling into our Monday evening with some calm, warm temperatures. Hutch joins us now in your no-wait weather for a look at the rest of our night. Any concerns, Hutch?
Well, we do have some concerns, but as you can see from the Skycam there, they're going to be a while before they get started. We're going to get through dinner and even the late evening hours before any activity changes. Temperatures 85 to 90 for many across North Dakota, low 80s and upper 70s in western Minnesota. Nary a cloud across the Dakotas until you look down to the south in South Dakota and north of Winnipeg, some showers there. So the evening, high and dry. Temperatures in the 80s here until the 8 o'clock hour, then we'll slip into the 70s. Increasing clouds late, and even in Grand Forks through midnight, things stay quiet. However, overnight, there'll be a risk of some strong, possibly even severe storms rumbling into the valley. I'll have details on the timing and location and our concerns here in just a couple of moments.
Okay, Hutch, thank you. A man is facing some serious injuries following a rollover crash on Highway 17 in Towner County. The Sheriff's Department says it happened last night around 11. Authorities say 29-year-old Patrick Barron of Candu was heading east when he hit the ditch, overcorrected, and then rolled. He was taken to the Candu Hospital and then airlifted to Grand Forks. Barron remains in serious condition. He's also facing a DUI charge. Supporters of Savannah Greywind gathered outside the U.S. Federal Courthouse today in Fargo, remembering the woman she was and the tragedy left behind. It was 2 years ago that Savannah went missing, later to be found murdered and her unborn baby taken from her womb. The demonstration was meant to bring attention to murdered and missing Indigenous women. Supporters chose the courthouse to remind the federal government and others that these women will not be forgotten.
We all need to heal, and we heal by standing together, and we heal by working together. And so it's getting them to be accountable for history so we no longer have to carry that sickness.
Savannah's daughter, Hazley Jo, will celebrate her second birthday on Wednesday. Dozens of people have been rallying outside the Bemidji office of Enbridge Energy to protest the company's proposed Line 3 oil pipeline replacement. 6 protesters even chained themselves to the gate early today. Officials say over the weekend, a vehicle drove through a locked gate at a pipe storage yard in Hubbard County. Right now, it's unknown if that's related to the protest. The $2.6 billion replacement pipeline would carry Canadian crude from Alberta across northern Minnesota to Superior, Wisconsin. A man accused of shooting 6 Philadelphia police officers has been charged with attempted murder. Maurice Hill is now facing numerous charges stemming from an hours-long standoff last week. Investigators say 36-year-old Hill fired off more than 100 rounds of ammunition, hitting the 6 officers who were all treated at local hospitals and then released.
As to the officers who were actually shot, he has been charged with attempted murder, which is a first-degree felony, assault on a law enforcement officer, first-degree felony, aggravated assault, first-degree felony.
Prosecutors say the investigation will take months, citing the amount of evidence to process. Meanwhile, a beloved and iconic dance barn in Arthur, North Dakota will soon be welcoming guests back once again. Arthur's barn burned down almost 2 years ago after what was believed to be an electrical malfunction. The dance barn has been around for decades and was known to gather people from all across the region, but the fire did not end the legacy of the barn. Owner Delon Cahoon got right to work in rebuilding the long-running dance hall. And in just a couple weeks, there will once again be a show and a chance for people to hit the dance floor.
I think everybody that I've talked to around here is kind of excited for it to be going again.
The first show is set for September 13th. We'll have much more on this story, including an exclusive look inside the barn tonight on the Fargo CW at 9 and Valley News Live 10 at 10. Today, Joseph School of Hair, Skin and Body is partnering with the Salvation Army to provide kids free haircuts and shampoos before going back to school. The Salvation Army says they are very excited to be able to serve the youth in our community as they gear up for another school year. Officials say it's important to help them start off the school year with confidence.
For our kids, it's very important that we build up their self-esteem. Maybe through this haircut, they'll have confidence to approach this school year, be able to focus, be able to go in and really do well.
Last year, over 200 area children were given free haircuts. This year, organizers expect to far exceed that number. A popular frozen yogurt spot in Fargo is closing its doors. Owners with Tutti Frutti say they will be closing their 13th Avenue location at the end of the month. The owner of Tutti Frutti confirmed with Valley News Live the last day of operation will be August 25th. They also tell us they appreciate the community's continued love and support over the past years. Tutti Frutti will still be accepting gift cards and coupons at their Moorhead location. The NDSU Bison football team now officially has their leader for the 2019 season. Bison head coach Matt Entz announced that Trey Lance will be the starting quarterback this year. The redshirt freshman from Marshall, Minnesota, appeared in 2 games last year and scored 2 rushing touchdowns. Lance beat out Zeb Noland and Noah Sanders for the starting job. Although it was a hard decision for Coach Entz to make, he said all 3 quarterbacks will still have a role moving forward.
Unbelievably excited at the depth that we have at that position. The last thing I left them with this morning, and I told the team this morning in a team meeting, was all 3 of these quarterbacks can help us win football games and probably will help us win football games in 2019.
The Bison will play Butler for their first game of the season at Target Field in Minneapolis. The KVLY K-Fire Bison Football Network pregame show will start at 1:30 August 31st. Kickoff is at 3. We will have much more on this story in a little less than an hour on Valley News Live at 6. The New York City Police